Hi everyone, I'm Chef John, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do an awesome low and slow brisket. This recipe couldn't be any easier on the RT1250. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so this is a full brisket, right? So we're just going to do a backyard trim on this, right? We're going to go ahead and take some of this fat that's not going to render down off. And I like to go about 1/4 of an inch, right? We're going to keep about 1/4 of an inch of fat. Any of these excess pieces that are real thin that are hanging over, we're just going to trim those off too, because they're just going to burn. All right, guys, now that we have this brisket trimmed up, we got about 1/4 inch fat pretty much all the way around. It's time for the injection. So let's go ahead and make that up. Right, so what you're gonna need is one of these handy dandy mixing things with a little ball inside. We're gonna take 1/2 cup of that beef injection, recteq beef injection, absolutely delicious. Now, little chef tip, the top of the bottle of injection is 1/4 cup. So all you have to do is do 2 topfuls, and that's gonna be 1/2 cup. We're gonna mix that to 16 ounces of H2O. Water for the uninitiated. All right, got some water, and it goes. Now this would be the perfect time to go ahead and get yourself a cold beer, right? We're gonna give this a shake. Get the top on there, right? We're gonna give this a shake and we're gonna hydrate. All right, now it's time to inject. Now we're gonna use the injection as our binder. So we're not gonna be putting oil on this, mustard on this. All right, we're gonna start on one end. And we're just gonna go in a diagonal pattern all the way down. All right, so now that we have all of our injection in here, we're gonna go ahead and start to season this. I'm just gonna give it a nice soft rub, making sure that everything is nice and moist on the outside. All right. So we're gonna be seasoning with Chef Greg's 4-letter rub, absolutely delicious, and Ben's heifer does. I use this on everything beef. We're gonna season the bottom first. Getting a nice coat. Brisket's gonna be really hard to over season. We're gonna come back with the Ben's heifer dust. We're doing this thing low and slow. It's probably gonna take us about 10 hours total with rest time included. So we're gonna let this rest for about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and put this in the grill. So we've been cooking the brisket at 225. It's reached 165 degrees internally. We're gonna go ahead and pull it off and get it in that wrap. All right, guys, so we just got this brisket off of the RT1250. We wrapped it at about 165, 175 degrees after that color was perfect, and now we just pulled it off. It's about 203, and it looks and feels and smells delicious, right? So let's go ahead and unwrap this thing. Oh my goodness, look at that. So nice, right? All right, so I have a full aluminum pan here. I'm just gonna transfer it to. So we're gonna go ahead and let this rest for about an hour. It looks absolutely delicious, but we want it to kind of absorb some of that juice that's back in there. So we're just gonna vent this aluminum foil, right? Just vent it so that steam can come out, but it's still gonna hold a little bit in there. It's gonna cool nice and slowly for about an hour to come back, and we're gonna slice this thing up. All right, guys, we're back. This has been rested for about an hour and 20 minutes. So let's go ahead and slice this bad boy on up. You can see I went ahead and vented all that aluminum foil to help this thing cool down. Now we're just gonna use our big spatula, slide it right over here. All right, so now the best part. Let's go ahead and get that taste test. Just gonna give it a little slice here. I like the fattier side. Absolutely tender and delicious, full of beef flavor. You can really tell that injection knocked this one out of the park, guys. Absolutely amazing. Definitely something that you guys should be duplicating at home. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I love showing y'all how to do this nice low and slow brisket. And remember, give us a follow on all social media. Make sure you're following recteq. Make sure you're following me, Chef John Pennell, on all social media. And remember, quality of food is quality of life. We'll see you at the recteq. Man, this is good.